Hey guys, and welcome to Cirno's Perfect Summer Vacation by Chaos Cutesoft. I don't really know a lot about this game, although I did see it on Steam as like a Toho VN. Also, it's Cirno! Cirno Day was yesterday. It was yesterday, so I'm like a day late. It isn't easy being a maid in New York. Mocha Latte wants to work for a maid cafe just like she is seen in so many many anime series. I said manly. These days, there aren't too many of these cafes around. She walks up the street in her summer's maid outfit. Anywhere else, this would have got her a lot of notice. But New York, strange outfits are just par for the course. Wouldn't know, never been to New York. I said New York really weird. As she approached the corner up the block, she sees a very odd flyer stuck to the light post. On the flyer, she could read, Maid Wanted, and what looked to be either a red Sharpie or blood. It looks pretty sketchy, but when Mocha saw it, her heart leaped with excitement. Mocha, finally, this could be my breakthrough chance to be a maid. What is this story? Anyways, Mocha ripped off one of the address tabs from the bottom and stuffed it in her purse. There she is! I'm about to say, where the hell is Cirno? Cirno flew up to Yokai Mountain, looking to have some fun on a bright summer's day. Why were we in New York? Anyways, why were we in New York? She entered a cave. Only one she had not seen before that seemed to go on forever. She landed on her feet on the ground and slowly walked around, admiring the beautiful darkness around her. A bat overhead made a screech, then flew away in fear, heading towards the exit. As she descended further, she saw a stone pedestal illuminated by eternal candlelight. This music is so loud. On top of the pedestal was a shiny glowing gemstone. What are we doing? As she approached, she could see the gem was cut into the shape of some kind of monster. Oh wow, this is so cool! As she ran towards the pedestal to examine the figure. The figure had the shape of a great red bird. Instead of feathery wings, it had what looked like the wings of a beetle. Wow, this is so awesome! I bet Eternity Larva and Wriggle Nightbug would love it. I should make them fight for it. Cirno let out a giggle and then went up to the figure, picking it up into her small hands. Catching strays for no reason? Poor Cirno. Mocha looked up at the beautiful tower piercing the sky. What is going on here? This is just a photo with a filter over it. Is this the right place? Mocha walked inside while the doorman called up to her client's room. The elevator door opens up, and a young woman with a gray hair in a maid's outfit walked out. Ah, Sakia! Okay, didn't expect to see her in this. Is this who they sent? Sakia looked the girl up and down, catching a glimpse of the nervous eyes moving up and down her thighs. Her eyes moved upward, staring in slightly disbelief at the girl's chest. The large eye in her cleavage dripping blood down the dress. Yep. That is awful weird now that I look at it. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sakia. It will be so good to have some extra help for the mistress. Is this how we're going about this? Mocha extended her hand outward, looking up into the head maid's sharp purple eyes. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. My name is Mocha Latte. I have been so very excited to start here. Her eyes darted around the upscale lobby. This is a really beautiful building. Only the best for the mistress. Come, let me introduce you. The two entered the elevator, ascending to the sky as the view of Central Park widened through the glass. Upon arriving at the top, Mocha took a quick glance around. Like I said, these are just photos. The whole apartment had a red and pink theme to it as they arrived. A tall girl with green hair and a green Chinese dress bowed her head. Welcome back, Sakia. The new girl extended her hand to Mocha. Good to meet you. My name is Hong Mei Ling. Mocha shook her hand, surprised at how strong her grip was. Hong's hand felt a bit rough and calloused. Her strength was quite clear. Light footsteps in the distance started getting closer and closer. Mocha looked and saw a short girl starting to approach them. Okay, is it Remy or Flan? Ah, it's Remy. Are you our new maid? It's weird how the art's different. Sakia and Hong bowed their heads as the girl approached. Allow me to introduce you to my mistress, Remelia Scarlet. Remelia walked up to Mocha. I thought I was playing a Cirno fan game! Remelia walked up to Mocha, closely inspecting her up and down. When she saw the bleeding eye on the maid's chest, her eyes lit up a bright red. The small vampire reached out her finger and caught some dripping blood before it fell onto her dress. Bro, what's going on here? Mocha winced as the vampire approached her and touched her skin. Goosebumps erupt on her body. Her heart pounds hard and she could feel her body burning up. The eyes on Mocha's body opened wide. Remy stuck out her tongue and licked her finger. Her eyes cooled. their glow, and she sighed happily. Welcome, Monka! We are quite glad to have you, and could you really use your help here? In more ways than you can realize. Are we at Central Park now? We are! Everything seemed peaceful and quiet on a typical August summer day in Central... Why are we in Central Park? Well, actually... I have a few questions. I've been kind of sleeping. Okay, why is, like, most of STM in New York? That's my first question. Where's Flan, and then where's, Patch? That's the other two questions. Also, mainly, why are we in New York? And then why is, like, half a Scarlet Devil Mansion in New York? And where's Cirno? Those are my questions. Anyways, everything seemed peaceful and quiet on a typical summer day in Central Park. Kids were running around playing... What is going on here? Kids were running around playing ball. Couples laid out on blankets basking in the sun. Why? Is this a New York VN or a Toho VN? All of a sudden, a loud crack can be heard. The clouds in the sky start swirling together, centering around the lake. Never mind, this would be where Cirno comes in, I think. The clouds grow more abundant and larger, eventually the sun being blotted out from the sky. A circular rift opens up above the center of the lake. Bright light shines down, and then a dark shade appears in the middle, red eyeballs peering down at the people below. That would be Cirno. A monstrous form descends from the center. A large black ball with red eyes decorating? Oh, no, I'm mistaken. A girl appears to be protruding from the large black ball. She has a scaly blue dress. One shoulder seems to be that of a red feathered bird. The bird cawed. The sound reverberating through the city. On the other shoulder was a green beetle, her arm also very bug-like. Her skin was a pale white, her short hair colored a light blue. Her eyes glowed red and she grinned widely. Ah, this is just what I was looking for. A new city full of people to worship the strongest fairy of them all. Cirno flies around above Central Park, looking at all the people, buildings, and nature below. She raised her hands to the sky, the birds calling and the beetle loudly clicking. Snow starts pouring from the sky, blanketing the city in white. The lake freezes over, large spikes of protruding from the surface. Two girls were laying back on the grass. Where are we at now? I see bikers. Two girls were laying back on the grass, soaking in the warm summer sun. While resting, they did not immediately notice the quick change in weather and clouds until... How did it get so cold all of a sudden? Girl in sundress. This is insane! How is it snowing in July? Wait, hold up! I am not easily deceived! She said July! They just said August. Literally. They literally just said August. Typical August summer day! And now they're saying it's July! Is it July or August? This is insane. How is it snowing in July? This is some kind of dream. Up above, pigeons fly with icy blue wings. Their eyes turned into a sinister red. Cold air and snow came from their breath. Overhead, the sky glowed an ominous purple. Snow pouring down more and more. Yukari rips a tear through the space and time. A giant black void hole appears in Central Park, glowing red eyes looking around through the dark. Ah, look, there's Rainbow! They looked around and everything was covered in ice. Great, my first time in New York, and it's a blizzard. Why are all these Toho characters in New York? Anyways, Sakia, Remy, and Monka come down to greet the two. Cirno has gone completely berserk and frozen all over Genzokyo, and apparently in New York. I do not know what happened to her, but not even I could stop her. Something is very wrong here. So I open a portal to follow her here, but already may be too late. Yukari looked around at the icy devastation around her. New York was completely frozen! You aren't alone anymore. We'll put a stop to her together. I was just starting to really enjoy my summer here. Are they in summer vacation? Yukari looked at the group, finally noticing Monka. Her eyes from the gap locked eyes with the eyes on Mocha's body. Okay. The eyes on the maid's leg started frantically running around. Monka slightly trembled in fear. Yukari locked her own eyes onto Mocha's. She gave the girl a warm, maternal smile. My, you really seem to be an interesting one. What's your name, girl? I really love your eyes. Mine is Yukari. It's nice to meet you. Monka let out a sigh and relaxed. I'm Monka Latte. I like yours as well. Do you think you will be able to help us here? Of course, although she is quite powerful, we are going to need a lot of fire magic to take her back down to size. Monka looked to her mistress and nodded. Romelia grinned. Don't worry, we have this. Monka smiled at her mistress, pointed her hand towards the frozen tree in front of them, and unleashed a blurry array of fireballs. The fireballs scattered around chaotically, melting away the snow and ice from the trees. My young mate here will certainly be able to help. I know combined we can do this. The group worked their way through Central Park. It's still super strange that they're in Central Park. The group worked their way through Central Park, heading north towards the center of the storm. Through the blinding snow, the girls unleashed attacks, warming and freezing the frozen, mutated animals. Most humans had taken shelter. Some had turned into frozen statues. With the healing magic fires, Romelia and Monka freed them. Finally, the group made it towards the reservoir at Central Park. Cirno in her monstrous form descended. Ah, my goodness! You have come all this way from Gensokyo just to worship me? Finally, you can see and will recognize me as the strongest in the world. No, the strongest in the universe. She laughed maniacally. The beetle and bird mouse on her shoulder wildly screeched. Okay, girls, let's do this for Gensokyo and also apparently New York. Complete chaos erupted in the park. Spells and elements of all colors flying around, lighting up the sky like the 4th of July. Debatably could have been the 4th of July, but this VN doesn't know if it's July or August. Anyways, Cirno just laughed, encased in ice. Fuck yeah! Hell yeah. She needs to take a W at some point. That's not good enough to defeat the strongest fairy. Here, try some of my tasty shaved ice. The Cirno hurled a large, glowing icicle towards Remy. The ice encapsulated the small vampire, freezing her in place. Upon seeing this, Monka and Sakuya fumed anger. I'm pretty confident Monka is a self-insert. How dare you attack my mistress? You will regret this, you little pipsqueak! Nobody hurts our mistress. We will show you the power of the maids. Sakuya took out her stopwatch and completely froze time except for herself and Monka. Monka's eyes glowed red, anger and hate fueling her. She radiated fire and body tackled the flying ice fairy monster. Time resumed. The ice shattered and Cirno turned back into her normal self. The skies opened, revealing a warm, sunny sky. All those who had been frozen melted away. Everyone looking around, getting their orientation again. Cirno and the other girls walked the length of the park, each with an ice cream cone in hand. I guess she's chilling now? Oh yeah, New York ice cream is the best. Hell yeah, I guess. Thank you. Yes, we make it soft and creamy here. Now, you better behave yourself. I will not have you hurting the mistress again. Yeah, just keep giving me ice cream and we are cool. What the heck? Oh, is that the end? That was like 20 minutes long. Okay, I guess that's the end. Need more snow. Snow? I didn't even get to read it all. I guess it was Cirno's perfect summer vacation. That was only like 15, 20 minutes long. It wasn't that long of a game. It wasn't bad in particular, but also thought it'd be a bit longer. It happens sometimes. Like, can't really control it. I guess that was fine, I guess. It wasn't really funny. The funny part was that, why are Toho characters in New York? That was the main funny part of it. Other than that, I don't really know. It's like, it's funny that Toho characters are in New York, but they do a lot with it. I think it looked like from the page that, like, the Mocha Latte, she's like a self-insert, like, mascot for the company, but they only made, or devs, but they only made one game, so I don't know for real. But that was an alright experience overall, I guess. I mean, it's not like it was offensive or bad or like anything, it was just really short. And, I don't know, there could have been more to it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But that was alright, but there's just not a lot to say about it. I guess I would have liked it to be a bit longer, because it's kind of funny. The idea of having Toho characters in New York is kind of funny, but they just didn't do a lot with it, I guess. So I guess my opinion is I wish it was longer. I wish there was more to it. I guess that's all I can really say about it, though. Like, I wish it was longer. That's all I can really, like, opinionate about it, I guess. I just wish it was a longer experience. I wish I could have seen more of Toho characters. Toho characters in New York is not something I knew I wanted. But now I kind of wish there was more to it, so I could have seen more of Toho characters in New York. But either way, other than that, don't have anything further to say. So, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you. Stay chill.